Hey everyone, and welcome to the Wide World of Wrestling podcast. We are here for our WWF Raw live reaction. We are going to be doing episodes 9 and 10. Uh, these are the last two episodes before we do WrestleMania of 1993, which was at Caesar's Palace. Uh, Most famous WrestleMania for being at Caesar's Palace. Uh, so this is kind of like our go home episodes. These last two episodes are the go home episodes. Um, Episode 10 is technically not the go home show, but it is. Uh, Episode 10 is the go home show technically, because the following week they did like it wasn't like an actual episode of Raw. It was like I don't know what you'd call it. It wasn't an actual episode of Raw. So technically, episode 10 is the actual go home show. So we're not going to worry about doing the. It's basically like a recap thing. I
Hmm.
guess like you would see like WWF Mania. That's what it would be. Uh,
Yeah.
so we're not going to worry about doing that. And that episode's not technically an episode of Raw either. It's not uh, episode 11. They don't consider that an episode of Raw. So tonight, episode 9 and 10 will be the go home shows for WrestleMania that year. And we will be doing WrestleMania, which will be next Wednesday. Um, that's when we'll be doing that. Uh, but yeah, tonight we'll be doing episodes 9 and 10. If you guys would like to watch along with us, you can watch some of these on Netflix. It varies though, because not every episode is on Netflix. But if you would, if it's not on Netflix, you can watch along with us on this site called One Max. Just put in One Max and go under Collections 1993. Go on episode 9. That's what we'll be starting. Uh, and that's how you can watch along with us, unless you guys have another site. But this is the site that I've found that's the easiest to go to. Uh, it does take some hoops to get around some of the ads and stuff, but for the most part, it's fairly decent quality. Uh, yeah, I'm ready to start when you are.
All right, press and play. Oh, damn it, got a pop up. I knew it.
As soon as I mention the going through hoops, that it does it.
Okay, hold on. Uh, Hold on, folks. Don't start yet.
No, do not start yet.
All right, gonna try again. Ready? Here we go. One, two. There we go.
And this is the first Monday Night Raw to not be at the Manhattan Center. Is that the
Yeah.
not Vince McMahon?
Bobby the Brain.
Different commentary team tonight as well. Squirrel Monsoon, Bobby Heenan, and whoever that is. Is that DJ dude or
Yeah, Rob Bartlett.
snowing? Snowy day in New York City.
Yeah. They got piles of it on the street. Oh, did he say Bob Backlund? Bob Backlund's gonna be on the show? I love Bob Backlund. Look at that ring girl. Got some yams on her, boy.
Why put her out there?
The size of that ham hock.
That's like a whopper. They know what they're doing with that.
Is
So
that his
every week
Vincent?
he's so every week this DJ Bartlett guy's doing a different gimmick. Like one week Elvis, one week Mike Tyson, the next week I guess he's trying to be Vince McMahon this week.
It sounded like it. That was his Vince McMahon. I think Rob Bartlett's still doing work. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's still alive or not. I think he may be still doing work
You want to
doing
see him come
radio.
back to Monday Night Raw?
No, no. He may have passed away. I could be wrong, but if he's still alive, I'm pretty sure he's still in radio.
All right, now this is the iconic entrance I always loved right here.
Yeah.
This is the best for in this time period. This is the best stage they ever did for the
Yeah.
classic Raw.
So I think retro Monday Night Raw. That's the entrance I think of, that neon light entrance with big WWF.
Yeah, Russ Greenberg.
I think they brought that back for one show like a few years ago.
Yeah, I think it was for like the Raw 30th anniversary. It was like in 2018.
Yeah, it was cool to see. I've always loved that neon light entrance. It's pretty iconic.
I've got a few comments. Batman Beyond, thanks for watching. Davis, thanks for watching. Uh, Davis says, "Yeah, this is the first episode not at the Manhattan Center."
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first Raw where they went on the road a little bit. Uh, this is still in New York City, but it's not at the Manhattan Center because
Right.
the first 8 episodes were at the Manhattan Center, and this is at a different location, obviously.
He's throwing that dropper around, dude. That's awesome.
I think he was on another episode that we watched.
Yeah, he was like on 2 episodes ago, I think.
Yeah, he was a jobber there too. He's gonna get killed here. I actually like this venue better than the Manhattan Center.
Yeah.
There's more seating. Like you can easily tell that they can fit more fans in that than the Manhattan
Hmm.
Center. And the entrance, I think the entrance here looks better than the Manhattan Center. Well, it looks 10 times better because it's got the neon colors going and everything.
Hmm.
Yeah,
If you notice, there's definitely a lot more people in there. If you notice, there's definitely a lot more people.
yeah, I think like the Manhattan Center only holds like 200 or 300 people, but this one right here looks like it could hold easily like at least 1,000 people, maybe.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not much bigger, but it's definitely bigger in size.
Oh yeah. It's a noticeable difference.
Because like at the Manhattan Center, all they have is the floor and they have the balcony, and that's
Hmm.
it. And the balcony up top's real small. Because that one time, it was Kamala and somebody else that they went up all the way up there, and shut up, dude. Shut up.
What is he talking? Oh my god.
What was that?
Jeez. I guess.
I can't even watch this match now because he's terrible.
Yeah,
He's
he
trying
is.
to be fun. He's trying to be funny, but
He's trying too hard to be funny, and then it's not landing.
it's just coming off as stupid.
Yeah.
All right, that should be it. Like that, he's gonna do the jackknife probably, but if he wanted to pin him now, that'd be it.
The Razor's Edge.
The razors.
Yeah, that guy's definitely got a voice for radio. I mean, you can only take so much of that guy. Jeez.
Who is he trying to? I feel like he's trying to be Gorilla Monsoon a little bit, but he's just speeding up his. I don't know, Vince or Gorilla Monsoon. He's
I think
trying to
he's
be.
trying more to be like Vince, and it's not working at all.
That was a quick and done match. Razor
One and
Ramon,
done.
he destroyed that dude. That Ross Greenberg. Ico Pro. Typhoon. The Snowy Night.
Yeah,
Uh,
that is stacked up with snow out there.
I believe
I've
one of
seen
these.
it here too, because they'll just push the snow out of the way of the road, and it'll be mountains of snow on the side of the road while you're driving.
I believe one of these episodes got postponed because of snow, and they ended up filming more matches on a Raw. Then they made that the next episode. Um, I guess they filmed like in one night 2 episodes of Raw because it was supposed to snow and they got snowed out. Um,
Hmm.
I can't remember what
Whoa!
episode it was, but who is
Yeah,
this?
check out L.A. Gore. Whoa!
It was like it could
What?
be a. It was like Diamond Dallas Page a little bit with.
He used all the baby oil, man. He used it all.
He's lucky he's not going against Andre the Giant.
He emptied out the bottle of baby oil.
He was like he could be a
Dude.
star actually. He's got the star look, but too much baby oil. I mean, he put the whole. He drowned the whole thing.
Oh my god. Excuse me. I've never heard of L.A. Gore. Check out the handlebar mustache on that guy, though. Now, that's a mustache.
He's gonna do this the entire episode too.
Here, oh my god. I think eventually Vince gets so tired of him.
This is by far worst. This is the worst yet. In the public area, how are they sitting there on commentary not this loud?
They gotta be professional.
Really, Monsoon did. He said, "Are you gonna keep that up?" He knows it sucks.
Yeah, he's trying to give him a hint. If
I
Typhoon works
mean,
so smooth for a big guy.
the last episode, the Elvis was kind of funny. It was kind of entertaining with
That
Doink the
was kind of funny, I'll admit. Yeah, that's
with
true.
the Doink the
He made
clown
me
stuff.
laugh there.
The Doink the clown stuff was funny, but this, I mean, I think the Elvis one was the only one that actually worked a little bit. But this, I mean,
I'll admit the Elvis impression got a chuckle out of me. I'll admit that did make me laugh.
ooh, dang,
That was a hard landing right there, man.
a guy like him shouldn't be able to do a move like that. But he's very flexible for his body stature,
Yeah.
or at least during that time, because nowadays you see guys like him do moves, do a 450 splash, but
Mm-hmm.
in 1993, him doing that kind of move is kind of impressive.
Oh, he's throwing all of his weight. Yeah, Davis Typhoon was good. He was freaking awesome.
Yeah, I always,
Oh,
always, always loved Typhoon and Earthquake. Oh,
see the height
oh,
on that splash? It got air on that shit.
game over.
That's a lot of air for a big dude, man. That was a nice splash.
For 1993, he did. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
See, nowadays you see all kinds of big guys doing stuff like Brody King and
Mm-hmm.
but back then it was rare. I like that. It had the steak and it had raw. That was funny.
That was cool.
Bobby Heenan. Now this is fixing to be good. I don't know what he's fixing to do, but
Bobby is in the ring losing his shit. He's just losing it on people. He's the poor production crew. The camera guy's like, what? Oh, I had these.
I need to bring some of the ones I have on here.
Oh yeah, you have a nice collection of them.
Yeah, some of them. I have I used to have a lot more, but I still have some. DJ Bartlett. Yeah, he's only had one good Raw, and that's not really saying much.
That's true.
I mean, the Elvis thing was funny, but that still doesn't
Mm.
save him. Here we go. Here's Giant Gonzalez. How
You get
bad is
Harvey
this?
Whippleman beside him, man. That's insane. And the thing is, it's clever that they put Harvey with him because Harvey was pretty short. Harvey
Yeah,
Whippleman was pretty short, so that's clever to put him right next to Giant Gonzalez and make Giant Gonzalez look even bigger than he was. They kept that optical illusion right there. That's pretty. It's pretty clever. I'll give him that. I mean, because he's already a big dude, but you put somebody as short like Harvey Whippleman right next to him, and it's gonna look massive. So kudos to whoever gave him that. Whoever came up with that, probably Vince. That was probably his idea to put Harvey with Giant.
yeah, probably so.
A lot of people don't know that him and The Rock were like this when The Rock was growing up. Him and The Rock were like this.
Harvey
He,
Whippleman.
ba- he yeah, he basically babysat The Rock basically
Hmm?
all most of his life whenever he was hanging around his dad. And his dad was when his dad was off doing things, Harvey Whippleman would be the one looking after him when he wasn't whenever The Rock wasn't with his mom and he was hanging out with his dad a lot of the time. When his dad would be off traveling or doing things, he would hang out with Harvey.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah,
He didn't know what he's doing out there.
no. Legend has it that The Rock drunk his first beer with Harvey Whippleman. I don't know how true that is, but I'm pretty sure it's true. I like Harvey's voice though. Yeah, that raspy voice, and it's like the voice that doesn't really fit him. That's one thing that a lot of people don't talk about is that his voice never fit him. Like he always had that you know scruffy voice and on a small short stature. It was always funny. Look at this. Look at the look on Giant. The hell is that look?
He doesn't know what he's doing out there. He's just out there.
I think Vince just saw his height and just saw dollar signs. I don't think Vince McMahon thought about his athleticism. I
He
don't
was
think
probably
Vince McMahon thought about the ring psychology or anything like that. I think that Vince McMahon thought, okay, this is a big guy. We can use this guy and make some money. I'm not sure how yet, but we're gonna figure it out. Oh, Undertaker, that's it.
I feel like he was trying to look for the next Andre the Giant. Really, like he's trying to figure like the next big guy to find. But I
Yeah, he definitely was trying.
mean, you can't really replicate Andre the Giant. As
Okay.
what's the surprise? I guess it's just
I do remember that match. It's probably one of the worst matches of WrestleMania history. And you can ask anybody who knows all about WrestleManias, they'll tell you that that's probably the worst match in WrestleMania history was John Gonzalez versus Undertaker. Hands down, the worst match ever. So you'd be hard pressed to find a match worse than that. That that has to do with WrestleMania. But that's probably the worst, hands down.
I want to look on Cage Match and see what that match is rated.
Oh God, that's probably gonna be in the negatives.
It's a 0.7. It's a 0.74.
See? That's close.
One person, or no, two people rated it a 5 out of 10.
Wow. Wonder who the
But
hell who were they on when they watched that match? Were they watching the same match that everybody else was?
it's not even a. I mean, that's pushing it 5 out of like 152,000. It says 152 times. People vote. I guess 152 people. I don't know how they count this, but I guess 152 people voted zero point 0. Like the worst.
It was the worst.
One person voted a 4.0. I don't know how you can give it a 4.
That match was so bad. I've heard stories about people wanting their money back
Yeah,
just from that match. I've heard stories about that.
this is Papa Shango. So like all these like short matches on Raw are probably 10 times better than that WrestleMania Undertaker and Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how bad that. I've never seen. Well, I've heard how bad it is, but I
Oh, wait
personally
till you
never.
see it, bro.
I
Oh my
personally
god.
never sat down and watched it.
Wait till you watch it, dude. I want to see your reaction to the match because I've seen it. I can't wait to see your reaction to it.
I've seen some. Well, the worst wrestler I've ever encountered is Marina Shafir. I still stand by that. She is the worst wrestler I've ever seen. If you can get worse than Marina Shafir,
I
man,
think I've got you beat. Trust me? Once you see this match, you're gonna have a different opinion about Marina.
what is Giant Gonzalez's wrestler rating? He's at 1.21. How does he get a
Yeah,
one? How is all right? This is
he
two
has his fans out there somewhere. You
two
know.
people two people on Cage Match rated him a 10 out of 10. Two
He has
people,
his fans out there. I'm sure. You know.
two fans, and I don't even see how they can even give him a 10 out of. How does that happen?
I mean,
One
in my
person.
opinion, you have to be a hated wrestler not to have at least one fan.
I mean, he's got a one
You can be the
person voted.
suckiest wrestler, but you can have one fan out there that loves your shit.
I mean, throughout the years, in 2011 he was a 3.43 out of 10, but in
Hmm.
2026 he's a 0.67. That's worse than the match rating.
Yeah,
I just want to know who voted 10 out of 10.
that's what I'm wondering. You must have been a true fan, man. True fan.
This one guy put him a 7 out of 10. He was never a technical wrestler, but he was actually a very angel first edition. He had a great move set that was not just strikes, chokes, and chokes. I think he had
Eh,
good. I think he had good matches with Cactus Jack and Ric Flair.
well, it depends on who's watching, I guess. It's all in the eye of the it's in the eye of the beholder. It's all subjective. What I think is shitty maybe maybe somebody's jam. I don't know. Who am I to say?
I
But
mean,
hundreds of other people would say that the man sucked. I don't know.
all these other ratings are 0.0, 0.0, 0.0, 1.0, 2.0. I want to say the 10 out of 10s. Who in their right mind?
Now, the thing is that he was an attraction. The thing about it, he was an attraction, even though he wasn't that good of a wrestler. So people did pay to come see this dude. I mean, he was massive. I mean, you gotta admit, I mean, it is pretty cool to see a massive human being just walking through the room. Even if they're not doing much of anything, it is kind of cool to just see. So that's mostly what he was used for was his image, mostly.
This one comment. The comments are pretty harsh, and they aren't even considering he was a tower due to his condition, which led to him almost disagreeing. Even his selling was bad, but he seemed pretty charismatic to me. He was one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. How does
That's gotta
that?
be a troll. That's gotta be a troll, dude.
He was probably the most enormous
Man,
superstar. that every wrestling promotion wanted, and WWE treated him pretty bad. Seeing some of these Hall of Famers out there, this wouldn't be another undeserved spot, no doubt. The greatest wrestler that ever lived.
Now that's here. Okay, here's something that I will agree. I know most of that's a big troll, but here's something that I will agree with. The fact that he was due. A lot of companies wanted him because of his size, and they saw dollar signs in his massive size. That part is true, but other than that, I mean, they're trolling.
I mean, 1.0, 1.0, 2.0. I don't see how anyone could give him a 4 out of like. I haven't seen him wrestle yet. Just by what I've seen of him walking and the angles and stuff, he's terrible. Like
Yeah, he was
there,
very stiff. I'll say that.
there's nothing to him other than he's tall. But being tall doesn't automatically make you a great wrestler. Because
Exactly.
Andre the Giant was huge, but I feel like Andre the Giant, there was more you could work with. Uh,
Yeah, and Andre actually had a move set.
like you could get some pretty good stuff out of him. There's one more 10 out of 10. I want to see that one too. I agree with like almost all these are 0.0s. Some people give him a 5 or 4. I think 4 and a 5 is pushing it.
Yeah, I do too. And I can't wait until we get into the Bob Backlund Hill saga. Oh, I loved
Well,
him. I loved him when he turned heel. That was so good when he went heel, and he just went absolutely batshit crazy. Started putting everybody in a chicken wing. That shit was so good. It was so good. I can't wait till we get up to that. Because eventually Bob Backlund's gonna lose it. He's gonna snap after a while, and he's just gonna go on a spree. And this is whenever and then he starts trying to run for president and all that shit. Bob Backlund was the best. We're gonna be seeing a lot more Bob Backlund to come in the future episodes of Raw. He was brilliant. I love Bob.
see, he was actually one of my. Now his move set wasn't the. Well, I guess for 1993, his move set was pretty good,
Mm,
but his character is what makes him the most entertaining on the
yeah,
show. I can tell that he's probably one of these wrestlers that he's just always thinking of new ideas of what he can do to move up the card. Uh,
yeah.
to try to
That's
make him,
exactly what it is. Yeah.
he's a guy that try to make himself stand out from the rest of the card. So if he stood
Hmm.
out, there's a good chance that he can attract more new fans and stuff.
And the thing is, whenever they did the whole concept of Bob Backlund losing his mind, this was all out of Bob Backlund's creative mind. He's thinking like, how can I stay relevant? How can I keep on the card? How can I keep the fans wanting to see more of Bob Backlund? And then he's like, you know what? He thought of it all. He's like, he's this old grizzled wrestler who's done it all, who's held titles left and right, and the people aren't today's generation. They don't respect, somebody like Bob Backlund. They don't have any, they don't have any manners. They don't have any education, no discipline. And Bob Backlund was the guy who wanted to beat the discipline into everybody, and he
Wow,
lost his fucking mind. It was great. Whoa,
he actually beat Papa Shango.
I love Bob. Yeah,
He
Davis,
he
he's
pulled it
good.
off.
But that was the catalyst of him turning heel. Was he was this old head that wanted to remind people that he was still around, and that he was just like an old grandpa at the same time. Like, this generation doesn't have respect, and this generation doesn't know discipline. I'm gonna beat it into them. I'm gonna teach you discipline. And that was some of the best work that Bob Backlund ever did when he decided to switch everything up. It was great.
Yeah, Bob Backlund. I know the storyline you're talking. I've seen some of his promos, and he did some really good work on those promos when he
Mhm.
turned heel.
Yeah.
Davis says Bob Backlund was great. That was quite a yeah. That
Yeah.
was an upset because I don't think we've seen Bob Backlund win a match on here until now. I think that was his first win.
Mhm.
He did really good in the Royal Rumble match. Like he started at number 1 and he lasted to the very end
Mm-hmm.
just by hanging on the ropes the whole match.
And he can still do more push-ups than you or me.
Honestly, I think if you put Bob Backlund in the ring at his age, he's probably like 80 years old. He's probably 10 times better than a lot of people wrestle today.
He, he's still in great shape. That dude can still he still has an exercise regimen. He has an
But
exercise regimen that he does every day.
now this is how bad Marina Shafir is. I think Bob Backlund at 80 years old can out wrestle her in her prime
You're probably right. You're probably
because
right
she.
about that.
I haven't seen the woman wrestle in a while, but I don't wish to see her wrestle either. I don't want to fall asleep. I don't want to fall asleep right now. If I watch one of her matches, I'd instantly fall asleep. I'm
That's your
never gonna.
NyQuil.
Yeah, well, I won't even have to take NyQuil. I mean, her match is my NyQuil. Superstars. Oh, know who
Uh-oh.
that jobber is, but he's
He's
beating
about to
her.
get it. I forget that the guy in the ring with them with the microphone, but he used to be a wrestler too. He was a former tag team champion. Forget his name though.
This isn't necessary. Get out of the
Oh
ring.
my god.
Oh,
You see that? That's what I'm talking
oh,
about. He squishes the hell out of people that he isn't fuck with. If he don't like you, you're done.
that was probably the worst one I've
He
seen.
couldn't take
Well,
it
the
easy on
one
that guy.
so you can notice like on Coco Beware, you can like if you look on the first episode of Raw, that one that he did on Coco was very. He did it where it wouldn't hurt Coco, but the one right there,
Right.
he was trying to send that guy to the hospital. Like
He
he
could have
pounced,
killed him.
and Coco's like, I mean, not Coco, Yoko is like 400 pounds, and he just
Hmm.
flattered that dude.
He let all of his weight go.
Coco and Yoko, why weren't they a tag team? I mean, I know they did Owen Hart and Yoko, but Coco and Yoko would have been a good tag team.
You would think at that time it was right there. They could have made something out of that.
I mean, it'd probably have been a good marketing, Coco and Yoko,
Yeah.
but Owen Hart and Yoko was a good tag team actually. They were a tag team for a little while.
Hmm. And
They didn't really have
Jim
long.
Jim Cornette managed them.
Yeah, they won tag titles, I believe, a few times.
Yeah.
I wonder
Oh,
what
the Undertaker.
I wonder what match the Undertaker considers his worst match of all time.
I'm pretty sure he would say John Gonzalez. I'm pretty sure he would say that. Either that or the Goldberg match.
At Saudi Arabia, yeah, that was.
Yeah, that match was horrible. Not even by the fault of the Undertaker too. That Undertaker was carrying and trying to carry Goldberg through the whole thing. Damn near broke Undertaker's neck.
And that kind of goes to what Bret Hart always said about Goldberg that he never should have been a wrestler to begin with. But I mean, that was years of all mistakes by WCW. I mean, that was. I mean, Goldberg was a big deal in WCW. I
Yeah.
mean, he was probably the besides Hogan during '98 and '99. He was what was keeping WCW going. Goldberg was. Uh, Goldberg had a massive fan base, and he was one of the biggest draws. But back then, people didn't really know the behind the scenes of stuff, whether wrestlers were trained or not fully
Yeah.
trained. Um, I mean, Goldberg was he was definitely a very very popular wrestler back then. I mean, you might can argue that he's the besides. I think Sting would probably be the most famous WCW wrestler. Like
Yeah.
home like homegrown WCW. I don't consider Hogan a homegrown WCW. Uh,
Nah, no, not really.
but second next to Sting might be Goldberg. I mean, he might be a terrible in-ring wrestler, but
I don't know. I think people hold like DDP higher than Goldberg.
well, if you yeah, I mean, as far as like popularity wise, you
Yeah.
might go to Goldberg, but in-ring wise, Diamond Dallas Page is 10 times better than
Oh, absolutely.
I think like popularity wise and like draws, Goldberg was probably. But like I don't know though, because Diamond Dallas Page had a lot of fans too.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be tough to say. No, I think because even though Diamond Dallas Page wasn't, uh, Goldberg won the world title more times than Diamond Dallas Page, but Diamond Dallas Page still had a lot of fans.
Hmm.
Like once he created like the Diamond Cutter and the Diamond, it became popular very very quick.
Yeah. And
He also,
everybody was diamond cutting their friends in the swimming pools every summer.
oh god,
Whoa. Whoa.
why are they
Hey.
why are they getting these fat women? Why are
Hey.
they doing
Big girls need love too.
I mean, I think they should do that when Lex Luger comes out because it makes sense. But for the Nasty
That
Boys,
would have been funny. They probably are gonna do that. Oh, he likes it.
that's probably their mom.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little extra cushion.
I remember one time they did that, and it was like Stone Cold segment. I don't know who it was with, but it was like one of those women, and Stone Cold put one of the wrestlers' face in the woman's ass. Then Jim Ross said, I forget who it was. I'll have to go back and find it, but Jim Ross was hilarious. He said that guy's.
I do remember that, and I remember the look on that woman's face.
I think it was. I think Billy.
I
I
remember
don't
that
know.
because one thing I remember was that that woman had the biggest smile on her face whenever Billy Gunn was getting this. She was
Jim
loving it,
Ross.
dude. She was like,
Jim Ross is what made it the funniest. I, he, what he's
yeah.
that woman's big lord ass.
Oh man,
This might be a pretty good match. The Nasty Boys versus the Head Shrinkers.
yeah, this should be pretty good.
Nasty Boys were young back then.
They do look young.
I mean, compared to these days, I mean,
Yeah.
I actually met them a few years ago. They were really nice. They were Mama and Daddy's boy back then.
They were headbutt there. Hmm. That crowd's ready for it too. Them little nasty boys are always over though, man. They were always over. In WCW too, people loved them in WCW. My brother went on Paul Bear's face. It's a butthole. He will make it like one though. He would do that stuff all the time. He would make it look like one though. I can see that comparison now that you say that. I can
I've
definitely see
never
that now, Davis.
I've never heard that comparison.
I didn't think
Yeah,
about that until just now. I'm like, yeah, well, you can. I didn't think about that because he would
I gotta
pucker
get
up his
some.
mouth.
I'll eat that. I gotta get some to drink now.
Oh no, not my Undertaker! You got a tag and the ref didn't even see it. Is that legal? Well, I guess the ref's gonna let it go. You did see that, right? The ref wasn't looking at that tag. Tag in. Is that Fatu in the ring right now? The head shrinkers love to pull that twin magic too. I mean, the Usos, they used to do that all the time. They don't do it so much now, but I know the Usos used to do a lot of twin magic.
All right, I'm recharged now.
Oh, big hip toss.
Ooh. Now the blonde one is. I always get their names mixed up. I know it's Brian Knobs and Jerry Sags, but is the blonde one Jerry Sags?
I believe so.
See, I always know their names, but I always get them mixed up. And he's still doing that, the commentator.
Yeah, he's gonna keep that up.
The whole night. Ooh, that's a good
Nice
super.
kick to the face. Ooh. Yeah, this has been a damn good match so far.
Fatu's putting on some. Well, this isn't a tag match, but in the last live reaction we did, him and Bret Hart put on a pretty good match too.
Yeah, they probably have the best match of the show.
And I believe in the next episode they actually have a rematch. Bret Hart and Fatu does. Because when I was making the thumbnail for the episode, I was looking at both the cards and it said in episode 10 Bret Hart and Fatu, but I could be wrong because the Google AI sometimes messes up on the match card. It'll give me the same match card for multiple episodes. But Knobs is the
that
blonde.
was a harsh body slam.
Okay, Knobs is the blonde, and dark hair is Jerry Sags.
There you go.
I always get him confused sometimes.
I got their autographs over there. I could have just looked at them. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, me and my brother met them. They were really cool. Body slam. Ooh, that was kind of a dangerous body slam.
Yeah, that was a wild looking one. His legs all flopped on the ground.
They're going to the top rope. Oh, missed a flying headbutt.
That did not land. Oh, hot tag. Looking over.
Ooh.
He's cleaning house.
Knobs got the hot tag. He's going crazy.
They didn't even sell a headbutt. I love that.
Neither one of them did.
I love it.
Hey, that was kind of what you were saying in the last stream that no Samoans sell the headbutt.
Yeah, that's the lore in wrestling history that the Samoans have the hardest heads in professional wrestling. So any Samoan that you see, odds are they're never going to sell a headbutt ever. But if they decide to headbutt you, it's probably going to be very painful.
This is probably going to be a count out, I bet.
Oh, they ran to the food.
Hot dogs and popcorn.
Question: why is that just sitting there? Why is that just there?
Yeah, this match got thrown out.
He slipped on the mustard.
It's a food fight now.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
So I wonder why was the food there?
Was fans getting food or what was it?
I don't know. If they're feeding fans just hot dogs and saying, "Hey, come and get them,"
they got mustard everywhere.
It's all his hair.
Oh man, if that was me, I'd be mad. I'd be ticked. Mustard. I don't care if it's mustard, ketchup, whatever. If it's all in my hair, especially his hair. mean, it probably took him a while to get all that out.
I mean, because I've seen that mess up people's hair, and I know it will mess up someone's hair. You leave it in there long enough. Oh yeah.
It's Special Olympics. I'm assuming it is. I was gonna say Make a Wish, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's Special Olympics.
I didn't know Bobby Heenan did stuff like that.
There's this kid these days that's the Special Olympics, and they were Special Olympics for basketball, and he's amazing, kick and dunk the ball like he's in the freaking NBA. I was like, whoa! And this is in the Special Olympics. So I'm like, these kids today, man, in the Special Olympics are freaking all stars, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You're smoking. You're really uncool and a jerk. Says the guy that gets stoned every night.
Who is that?
Uh,
Almost didn't look like Macho Man there.
Classy Freddie Blassie.
Yep, Make a Wish.
So there's Linda McMahon right there in a quick little shot. And that's the shot they use for of Vince McMahon whenever they were doing the documentary on him and they're talking about the steroid trial and they use that one shot of Vince.
That's probably the worst picture of it.
That's the worst picture they can find of him.
I did it on purpose. Probably. I just want to make
Yes,
Vince
very deliberate. Mhm.
Vince was like,
Very
yeah.
deliberate.
Davis says, I love when WWF did stuff like that back then. Yeah, they still do
Yeah.
it too in WWE. They
Yeah, they still work with Make a Wish and they still work with
the
what's that one cancer the one cancer foundation they work with.
Susan G.
But they,
Komen.
yeah, but I don't know. I've heard a lot of shitty stuff about that whole thing, but
I knew they used
you
to
know,
work with them. I know WWE used to work with them, but I don't know if they do anymore. But they work with a lot of different companies like Make a Wish and stuff.
hmm
But yeah,
that was a good episode. Yeah,
yeah, that was a good episode. Hopefully they do the same thing as this next one. So going on to episode 10. But honestly, like the kids back then who did Make a Wish, they got a Hall of Fame classic Make a Wish because
yeah,
back then they had Macho Man, Luger, Hogan. I mean, these days there's big stars too, but I mean,
yeah.
a lot of them, I guess, looking back at it now, I mean, everyone that they showed was a Hall of Famer, man. Nasty
hmm
Boys, Macho Man. Yeah, uh, I'm ready when you
All right, I'm ready. Hopefully, it won't give me a pop up. All right, I'm pressing play now. Damn it, give me a pop up. Okay, don't play yet. Every time. Fuck. Okay.
Hmm.
Hopefully, it's gonna work this time. Hold on. All right, I'm pressing play right now.
Okay.
Okay, it worked. Jeez, every time.
Yeah, I remember that one night the Kept on and on and on.
I love this opening. I love it. I know Botchamania did a version of that opening too. That was pretty good.
Well, they're back at the Manhattan Center. Because it was just one night thing. They went to the other venue in New York. Well, I think they do go back there because I remember Shawn Michaels having quite a few matches in that place.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't like in this whole thing was that I don't understand that.
It was kind of one of those. I guess at the time, it was kind of one of those. Kind of one of those things that kind of he wanted to set the show apart. So he had the siren at the very beginning of the show. It's kind of like after a while, whenever they started up Warzone, it was kind of a prelude to Warzone. Because like at that, because after whenever they went to 2 hours, the first hour would be Monday Night Raw, and the second hour would be the Warzone.
Just Bushwhackers.
Bushwhackers
I believe it
versus
is.
Damian Demento and the Repo Man. There's a tag team for you.
Now, if you want to lose, go on that team. They come. They're going to be out in the crowd, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, they're
And
all.
they go licking fans. You
That's
can't do
what
this today. You cannot do this today. Go around just licking fans. But fans, there were fans that wanted to be licked by the Bushwhackers. They wanted it.
I don't want to be licked by anybody.
I wouldn't want it.
I don't care who it is.
And the
I
crazy
knew.
thing is that the WWE kind of washed them, kind of washed the Bushwhackers down a little bit because whenever like I believe the former name was the Sheep Herders or something like that, and they were a much violent tag team before the WWF. They were like ultra violent tag team, and
Oh,
like
right.
when they got to WWF, they kind of softened them up a little bit and gave them the Bushwhacker name.
I think licking people on the faces is the most violent thing you could do. Like that's probably the.
I mean, you look at these guys, you can tell they probably beat the hell out of people most of their life.
Oh yeah. I know
But when they came to the WWF, man, people loved them.
the ones from New Zealand. I think he passed away, but
And yeah, one of them did die.
I think Bushwhacker Luke is still living. Because I met Bushwhacker. It was Luke and I forget the other one's name.
If anybody remembers the famous Family Matters episode, if anybody watched Family Matters back in the day, they were on Family Matters for an episode when Carl and Steve were pretending to be wrestlers, and the Bushwhackers beat the hell out of them.
Bushwhacker.
We hate cops, and then they started beating the hell out of Carl. Anybody that's watched Family Matters back, they know that episode.
Yeah,
Like
no.
Boy Meets World when Vader was on Boy Meets
Oh,
World.
do it. Let's pop up. The one episode where was the one where I think it was in at the school when the Bushwhackers were in the ring on Family Matters, and
Yeah,
yeah, I remember that episode. Between that one and the Boy
he's
Meets
he's a
World,
cop.
like between that one and the Boy Meets World, those were the two best. Well, there might be a few other
Yeah,
ones, but those are the most popular ones I know of, like on sitcoms and stuff.
hmm
Yeah, I think it was Bushwhacker Luke was the one that I met.
is he biting his? Is he biting them?
Yeah,
He's biting it.
but
Oh
both.
God, they were so funny. Oh my God, they were the best at house shows.
Yeah, because at like house shows, they do things they wouldn't do on TV. So,
Yeah.
so guys like the Bushwhackers were probably great on house shows. They they probably go over the top on house shows.
Look
Look at the
at the
referee.
ref. The ref, that's Alfonso. That's Bill Alfonso. A young looking Bill Alfonso. And that walk became so popular too, man. I remember
I'll be right
kids
back.
in school would do that walk. All right. And like I said before they came to the WWF, they were an ultra violent tag team. Well, probably one of the most violent tag teams on the planet. You wouldn't know it by looking at this though. But that's the thing with a lot of these WWF wrestlers. Once they get into the WWF machine, they kind of get watered down a little bit. Like for instance, Shinsuke Nakamura. He was watered down when he came to WWF because he was more stiff and more strong style, and he kind of changed his style up to fit the WWE style. I guess you could say. He's one example of how they kind of they will water talent down. You know, and I'm not sure how long Damian Demento lasted there, but he was just one of those guys that I don't think he ever won anything huge. He was just always enhancement talent. But he was always you can always remember him though, because look at him. I mean, you're gonna forget somebody who looks like that. He fell with the shoulder block. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Right in the playmakers. Yeah, the referee is a young Bill Alfonso. You're gonna cut it right down the middle, daddy. This actually is a really decent tag team match though. Pretty decent. What was that? What was that? Did you see? I know you saw what I just saw. Okay, we're just gonna move past that. Oh, poking eyes of Repo Man. And I forget how long they had Repo Man around too. Because I know in like the summer of '93 was when a lot of different characters kind of they were debuting a lot of characters in like the summer of '93 going into like the fall. I remember that. Because if I can recall, '94 was like a bad year for WWF. Their ticket sales weren't going that great, and I believe I could be wrong because I could be wrong. WWF was getting sued at the time too by a number of people, so they weren't really doing that good. But they were still pumping out TV content though, no matter what.
Sorry about that. I had some
Oh, you're good.
family issues.
The battering ram. So have you ever seen any tag team using the battering ram? They got it from the Bushwhackers. Because I've never seen anybody do that other than the Bushwhackers. And every now and then a tag team match, they'll pull out the battering ram. It depending on who the match is with, you'll see a battering ram pop out every now and then. It's pretty funny when it happens. I've been to plenty of indie shows where they use the battering ram. It's Tatanka. And I remember when Tatanka went heel, and that didn't work well either, because nobody really accepted him as a heel. He was just too sweet of a guy, and like nobody really wanted to boo him. And I don't know his heel when he joined the million dollar corporation, it just kind of fell flat. At least for me, I because
Yeah,
it was just hard.
I don't really feel like a guy like him would fit in the money. No, I mean I don't really feel like he could work as a heel because he's playing an Indian character. Unless he like
Hmm.
did the reverse of like an Indian character, like you have to
Hmm.
completely scrap the Indian character. I feel like to make him heel. Uh,
I think with the way they spun it, whenever he went heel, is that like he sold out his heritage and he took the money from the $1 million man, and they I think they ran with that, and and I mean people booed because of the story, but it was hard to accept Tatanka as a heel because he was such a good baby face. It was hard to boo him. And the thing is, he would try to be mean and he would try to insult the crowd and all that, and it wouldn't come off. It wouldn't come off like as if the $1 million man did it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I feel like some guys work better as certain roles, and Tatanka's better as a babyface.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea sounds good, like that the $1 million man bought his inheritance and he sold out. It sounds good on paper, but
Hmm.
in like actually making it work is just another thing.
And I think if you asked him today, was it a good idea to turn Tatanka heel? I think he would tell you that it was a bad idea because people loved Tatanka at this time. When he went heel, was like at the height of people loving Tatanka. I mean, he was over like Rover.
Yeah, Tatanka was always one of my favorites. He still is too. He looks like if you watch him wrestle at a like independent show, he does some of them every once in a while. He still wrestles pretty good.
Yeah, still in great shape.
He hasn't aged at all, man. Maybe a little bit, but he looks the exact same like in this match right here. He's chopping the hell out of this dude.
Damn,
Oh, that was actually a good reverse.
damn.
If he would have connected with that, that'd have been really cool.
Yeah,
Uh, Batman Beyond says love the Bushwhackers back then. Tatanka,
yeah, me too.
I believe Tatanka was good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tatanka.
I loved all three of those guys. Bushwhackers, and that's a young Mike Chioda referee in there.
That is, yeah, that is. Got the power
Believe
mullet going there.
everyone had that. Like on the back end of their hair back then, they always had long right there. Hot foot dance.
Oh, here we go. I think
Ooh,
for the longest time, Tatanka had a streak, an undefeated streak, and then I think it was Ludwig Borga that broke it. I think, and
ooh.
he's a whole other matter. I think they have a dark side of the ring on him.
Oh wow, Tatanka's cooking this dude.
Oh,
That's that's perfect.
that was an awesome drop right there. I forgot Tatanka had a pretty cool finisher.
Yeah, he's
Kind
got
of
a
like
good one.
it looked kind of like the white noise, but from a different angle.
Yeah, this is when they first started the WWE Hall of Fame or the
Yeah,
WWE because Andre
he
Giant
was the
was
first
first,
person.
and he was like in the 1993 class, he was the only person they put.
Hmm.
But after they did Andre the Giant, they didn't do it for a few years. Like they stopped doing it until like 90. I can't remember what year it was, but what they did Andre, then they skipped quite a few years. But he was the first person to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well
I like,
deserved too.
I like how he was the only person they put as well. Like they didn't put like anybody else.
Yeah,
Like he had a whole class of his own. Like nobody else can say that. But they have a whole class
yeah,
of their own.
yeah. To this day, he's in a class just by himself.
Wow. Look at him and Ben.
I know. I don't know.
That's
Vince
probably
said that he's never cried over a wrestler other than Andre the Giant. When Andre died, Vince cried like a baby.
his teeth were jacked up. I guess that's what you expect from a giant.
I
Yeah,
forgot
that
who
good.
it was, but there's some guy that was doing a shoot interview, and he was saying talking about the pranks that Andre would pull, and he would like Andre would do the type of stuff like he would like lock the window, not lock the windows, but he would lock you in like in the room or whatever and fart and to make it to where you can't get out of the room. And so you're stuck in there and under the giant's fart gas, and that has to be horrible. And he just laughing. Could you imagine that going through that, man? It has to be horrible. And he's just laughing his ass off while he's sitting there. Oh my god.
And he did a movie
There's been so
too.
many stories.
I
Yeah.
can't remember the movie, but he did one.
The
It's
Princess
hor-
Bride, the
it's
Princess
horrible.
Bride, or something like that.
Let me look it up. Andre.
He was actually really funny in the movie. I've seen that movie a few times.
Um, no, not documentary.
It's like a old school medieval type story, like in the medieval times. I forget the name of it though. I'm pretty sure it's like the Princess Bride, or I don't know. I could be off about that. The title,
Yeah, it was The Princess Bride,
the
1987.
Princess Bride. That's it. Yeah, because I know I've seen it hundreds of times.
Wow, it's actually rated 93% on Rotten Tomatoes and 94
Yeah, it's
by.
actually a good movie.
Wow, I mean, I've seen clips of it. Of course, back then it was.
And Andre killed it.
Yeah, Andre was one of a kind. There was nobody like him. I mean, there's been other big guys across the years like Big Show, uh, Great Khali, Mark Henry, Kane, but none of them really match up to Andre. I mean, Big Show is probably the next. He's probably the
Mm,
next best thing to Andre. Like since Andre the Giant, Big Show was probably the next
yeah,
best giant wrestler. That really connect. I think besides Andre,
yeah.
Big Show was the only one to connect with fans really. Because Great Khali never really connected
True.
with fans. I mean, he was a good heel at times, but I don't really feel like he connected the fans like Big Show did. Uh,
Right.
and Andre was just big. I mean, that was pretty much it. I mean, Mark Henry was a good big guy, but he wasn't. He was big, but he wasn't tall, like 7 feet
Yeah.
tall. Kane was really tall. Omos was really tall. Ooh, he landed on his ass there. I know that hurt.
The dude with the Canadian rat tail back there.
He's got a rat. Why would you want? How does that look cool or anything?
Hey, it was '93, man. That was a style back then.
Did you have a rat tail back then?
Actually, I did. I
Oh,
had a pretty
really?
long rat tail. Actually, I used to keep mine braided up.
Oh, wow.
That was a
I
style.
would say a picture of that. Yeah, in '93, it was either like a mullet or like rat tail or that is Bruce Preacher. I remember that
If
guy.
anybody out there has ever seen Coming to America, I used to have the rat tail that Eddie Murphy had in that movie. Kind of the same. I had a long one. I cut it like in maybe sixth grade when I started playing football. Because of course you're not gonna play football with a long ass rat tail.
Now, who is this one guy in the blue tights? He looks like he's 80 years old.
Oh, well, he took that bump kind of harsh.
He's at least 80 years old.
He looks it.
And his eyebrows are cut off. He looks like a fool out there.
I mean, could imagine they just have they have their own separate locker room for enhancement talent, and it's just a locker room full of enhancement talent. They don't know if they're going to be used or not. And Vince just says, "All right, you're gonna have a match with this guy. You're gonna have a match with." And they just look on the board, and
How
see
much you
their
want to
name up
bet?
there.
How much you want to bet one of the sign talent shaved his eyebrows off for this match?
It looks like it.
You remember that movie, the Goonies?
Yeah.
You know the bald headed guy. That's who he looks.
Yes.
If he was a little bit bigger, that's who he'd be.
He does look. I do see a little bit of. I see a little bit of mouth right there. I do.
Just as, I mean, his face is kind of like Caillou a little bit. I don't know what that match was, but
So so wham bam, thank you, ma'am. One done.
those are the classic tag titles.
I love that. I love those designs. The ones they have now kind of go back to the way they used to look, but those classic titles, man, those are so pretty.
Yeah, the ones on the
And
tag titles on Smack.
the way the light hits the gold, I love it.
Yeah, the tag titles on SmackDown kind of look like that. But they're not exactly the same, but they
Hmm.
resemble the old school tag titles.
Mm.
WW WrestleMania report.
So
Oh,
WrestleMania report.
what do those pills even do?
Make
Like
you
a body?
shit.
Have you
Yeah,
tried them?
they help you out with your workout supplement, with your workout supplements and everything like that. And I've never tried them personally, but I know people that have. And from what they've told me about the whole thing, is that the only way that it helps you as far as your health is that it'll help cleanse you as far as when you use it, you're going to be using the bathroom a lot. And it's gonna clean your system out eventually. Yeah. But I
Davis,
don't and that it tastes like cardboard. That's like the most that I've heard.
Davis says I tried it back in the day and it was terrible.
Mm. I've heard horror stories about people trying that and they had diarrhea for for like 2 days.
Oh, well, I'm probably stuck on a toilet for days.
I mean, God, there's
They
a reason
probably,
why they quit selling that stuff.
so like Ico Pro was like a fitness company, basically like a.
Yeah, they would do like supplements and stuff like that to like like if you want to make yourself like a milkshake, they have Ico Pro milkshakes. They had Ico Pro, energy pills, all kinds of stuff like that, vitamins. They had their own little they cornered the market as far as health and fitness supplement stuff. Like a lot of people, they just got the milkshake or the shake that they made,
Yeah.
which was what gave people diarrhea, was that shake that people always made. And oh my god,
And that was their first sponsor really on Raw, Ico Pro.
yeah,
I bet a lot of the wrestlers used that and they, and they complained about it probably.
I know that Luger, he used to promote the hell out of it back when it was a thing. He was like one of the people that promoted the hell out of it
I bet once
before he
he
even
said it,
got to WWF.
I bet when he said it sucked, they stopped.
I mean, jeez. I don't see how I got sold that long, man, because the stuff was horrible. It didn't really do anything for you. I mean, I don't get. Yeah, I don't know. Luckily, they quit selling after a while. I mean, like I said, there's a reason why it's not on the market anymore. There's a big
Yeah,
reason for it.
I mean, normally if something like that isn't sold anymore, it wasn't a lot of errors there, especially
Yeah.
for like fitness pills and shakes and stuff like that. Kamala versus Doink. This is going to be an interesting match.
Here am Monday night. Ah.
I actually want him to go. I want the Bartlett guy to go back to that voice he was doing, like, "Oh, blah, 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 blah." I like what he's doing with his hair. It's not even real hair.
That kid don't know what to think.
That kid's
You can
probably like
imagine that
40.
kid's feeling. I mean, you seen him before. Yeah.
It is an interesting match, but I don't think I've ever seen this. Kamala and Doink the Clown. This is gimmick
Oh,
match.
this is definitely interesting.
This is the biggest gimmick match you can get.
Yeah, for the time being, yeah, this is probably one of the biggest gimmick matches you could get for the time. Yeah, thing is, Kamala, he made he made a lot of his uh a career in like the South, like in Mid South wrestling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like what you
Uh,
see here is like it's probably like another case of WWE watering a superstar down. They watered Kamala down because before WWF, when he was in Mid South and everything, he was more of a he was the same character, but he was kind of he was kind of a wild, untamed, character that would just beat the hell out of anybody.
yeah, I got this one VHS. It was from, I wasn't there at it, but it was around the Mid South in Memphis, Tennessee. And it was Jerry Lawler
Hmm.
and Kamala in a match. And I believe Jerry Lawler used a fireball and used it on Kamala's backside.
Yeah. Hmm. I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen that footage.
But Kamala used to wrestle a lot around. See, I never seen him wrestle in person, but hearing from other people around my area, they would always say he would come around here all the time, like in the Mid South,
Hmm.
the Nashville area, Memphis, Tennessee, Arkansas.
Yeah.
He actually lived. I stayed with my friend. I was mad at him for this. I stayed at one of my friend's house in Mississippi, and his next door neighbor was Kamala. He told me after the fact that I already left
That's crazy. I'd be so mad, dude. I'd be pissed off.
because he lived 3 hours from me, and they came and got me. And then on our way back, taking me back home, he said, "Yeah, Kamala lives next door." I said, "You just mentioning this now?" But,
Dude, I would have been so mad.
like looking back on it, he's dead now. I wish I could have gotten
Mhm.
to have met. Could have. I wish I could have met him.
That would have been great.
I know before he died, he had both his legs amputated.
Yeah. And that's sad how and that's one thing about him is that the WWF, after he had gone through all that,
They didn't
health
help him
issues,
enough.
they didn't do anything for him.
They
That's
didn't.
what messed me up.
They didn't like. They basically, and that was one thing that I liked about. What's the commentator's guy that was starting? He was one to start a union. What was his name?
Oh,
I know I know his name, but it's not coming. He was on Saturday Night's main events last year and stuff.
I don't know why. I don't know why his name is slipping out of my head. I don't know why. But I know who you're talking about. I know
Like
exactly.
he was,
Jesse the Body Ventura. That's it.
yeah, that was him. Like he was wanting to do that for like wrestlers who like, for people like Kamala, like basically once you're done with wrestling, they don't give a
Yeah.
crap about it. Nowadays, it's a little bit different. I think Triple H has done a little bit better of a job doing stuff like that because Triple H has
Yeah.
like signed people to Legends deal, and like they get like paid uh, for like video games, figures, merchandising, and they pay them. So they're So like
Hmm.
retired wrestlers have some kind of income coming in. So
Yeah.
I don't think Vince ever had that in place. Like he had Legends contracts, but they're set up differently now. Like back then, they were called Legends
Hmm.
contracts. Nowadays, they're called Legacy contracts. And
Yeah.
apparently, like the wrestlers get paid more. Like Hall of Fame, like I don't know, Coco for an example. He's under a Legacy contract.
Hmm.
He gets paid a certain percentage when they use like merchandising, figures, stuff like. He gets a percentage. So
Ah, good. That's good.
if he if he like has like medical problems, where Kamala could have used that.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a real shame on Vince, but at least they're trying to do better on that nowadays.
Yeah.
Because that was on WWF's fault. I mean,
He went into the the ring.
that was what the
He's getting ready to clock him as soon as he comes out.
he, oh who was who was that?
Kamala.
He knocked
He
that.
ran into the ring.
I don't know if he hit him or not, but if he did, he knocked the
He's
heck
hitting the
out.
post. He's hitting that little post that's right underneath it.
If he would have hit him, he'd have been knocked out. Oh, he went under the other side of the ring.
He's but the. This is so cartoony.
Oh, oh yeah.
He running around with a
Oh,
real legit chair. Hey, come on, chasing him. Okay, that's funny. That's just funny.
he's chasing him with the.
You imagine just hanging out backstage and you just see Kamala chasing some dude with chasing a clown with a chair. Oh man, like welcome to the WWF.
Yeah, that was the type of main events. Like, imagine a main event of Raw was Kamala and Doink the Clown. Never would have imagined that would have been a main event. Well, I guess it was the main event. But you know, we still haven't seen the Undertaker main event from a few episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
They still haven't shown us the ending of that.
Oh yeah, I remember when they did that. They tied in Aretha Franklin's respect with Bret Hart, footage of Bret Hart, and this is when Bret Hart and he was about to go on his crybaby stage. Like this is kind of early signs of Bret Hart's crybaby stage when they put together that musical video with Bret Hart's footage with with the Rico Franklin's respect. It kind of summarized the character of Bret Hart really.
Wow.
Londo. These are somebody's moms, man. Somebody's mothers.
Probably so. It's probably one of those jobbers' moms or something. Imagine you're a
Imagine having to
wrestler.
go to school the next day. Imagine having to go to school the next day and your mom was on Raw as a freaking card girl.
You get grilled for that in the '90s.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to watch it anymore. Ugh,
Rob Bartlett likes it. Nothing
sick.
wrong with a little extra meat on them bones.
Hey, maybe you can marry her and leave commentary.
That's like an Eric Bischoff whenever they did Sold Out and they did that Miss NWO contest and they were all just soccer moms with with these big poofy hairstyles.
They're still out there. Macho Man's like, what are we doing?
Real. That's exactly the way he was looking.
Like, what's going on? Yeah, this was the March to WrestleMania. It was technically the next Raw. It was on the time slot of Raw, but it's not considered an actual episode of Raw. It's basically just past matches and like reruns of matches that they've already shown, like on Superstars or
Mhm.
Tuesday Night Titans or Raw. Like just so next Thursday we're doing WrestleMania, March to WrestleMania.
And I will say it's a damn good WrestleMania, all except for that one match. And we will get to that match.
Well, the ending to the show isn't the best either. Wow,
Oh yeah, you're right about that too. Yeah.
the that's probably one of the most controversial. I mean, in Yoko Ozuna's documentary, they show you like behind the scenes stuff of that, and they were all that the Smoon family was pissed. Like it was
I
not
believe it.
well. I mean, and then Bret Hart was he even talked about that, and Vince wanted to do Bret Hart and Hogan.
Hmm.
Hogan didn't want to do it because he didn't want to lose. He didn't want to let down for Bret Hart. Uh, he didn't want to take a loss, so
That
they
one for
did it.
me, brother.
They did it the way they did, and Hogan just Bret Hart lost, and then well, everyone knows what happens. But yeah, that was the end of episode 10. We have completed 9 and 10 of our WWF Raw Retro series. As I said, next Thursday, as I said, we do these reactions every Thursday and Saturday. And when we get to a pay per view, we'll do the pay per view as well. So we're going in order, not skipping anything. Uh,
Hmm.
and it's also good to watch all the old pay per views as well,
Yeah.
like WrestleMania or Survivor Series or whatever it is. Uh, but yeah, next Thursday, instead of doing Raw, we'll be doing the WrestleMania. I forget what number it is, what WrestleMania number, but it's obviously Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas, WrestleMania. It's a well popular WrestleMania for better or worse. Uh,
Mhm.
whether it's the main event match or it's the Undertaker and John Gonzalez match, and like there is some good parts to this WrestleMania.
Yeah.
There's some good matches in there. But that's what we'll be doing next Thursday, and then next Saturday we'll be back on our Raw reactions. We're doing episodes 11 and 12. But yeah, I thought both episodes were were pretty good. I don't think there was like a really good match, really. Like in the last live reaction we had like Fatu and Bret Hart. That was a good match. Uh,
Hmm.
but I don't know if we had a match like that on these two episodes. But uh, these were some fun matches, though. Like I like the Bushwhackers match; it was entertaining. Uh, Kamala and Doink the Clown was what you would expect it to be. Very cartoonish and very 90s like.
Yeah.
What else did we have? Typhoon had a match. He dominated his jobber. Uh, uh, well, actually, the Head Shrinkers and Nasty Boys had a pretty decent match.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I thought both episodes were pretty good. But what did you think of both of these episodes?
I thought they were pretty good too. And I mean, I'm one of those fans that actually enjoys the cartoon antics of Doink. I just thought it was messed up when they turned him babyface. I think that ruined the whole gimmick right there, in my opinion. But yeah, I love going back, like you said, going back and watching these. It's always fun leading up to the pay-per-views as well.
Yeah,
And the Head Shrinkers versus Nasty Boys, that was a good match. But as that match was better than it had any right to be, honestly speaking. But it was a good match, and probably better. It probably best match of both shows in my opinion. But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm loving going back watching these Raws, man, and can't wait to go through more of these Monday Night Raws. It's gonna be fun.
yeah, I've really enjoyed watching all this too. And not just the Raws, but we did the Royal Rumble. Uh, Now we're doing
Hmm.
WrestleMania. So like, it's good to go back and watch the pay per views as well. That the episodes of Raw are leading up to. Because because there's a lot of classic matches on the Raws and the pay-per-views and stuff. So yeah, we will be back next Thursday. Next Thursday for our WrestleMania live reaction, and Saturday we'll be back to our Raws. Definitely check out all of our links in the description below. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter with the Wide World Wrestling. I'm in the process of getting new channel art done. The kind of fit we're doing now, I think our channel art's kind of outdated, so it's kind of good to update them to match what we're doing. Yeah, and also check out Mr. Jacobs' YouTube channel and Mr. Jacobs' Twitch channel. All of that is in the links in the description below. I believe you just got to putting out a video today on YouTube. So definitely go check out Mr. Jacobs' YouTube channel. But yeah, that was pretty much all I've got. But yeah, we'll see you guys next Thursday for our WrestleMania live reaction.
Peace.